It's only 5 o'clock. So today I want to try to take care of this wiring situation over here. So what we need to do is we have to get this wire upstairs in place of this wire, because we're going to be changing the outlet from a 20 amp 220 2 wire to a 3 wire 30 amp 220. I don't know if the hole is big enough. I'm hoping I can just connect the two pieces and use the existing wire to pull it through. But I have a feeling that the hole is going to be too small, because this is a massive wire. This requires, I believe, a 7/16, no, a 9/16 hole maybe. At minimum, it's very, very large. So we'll see. Let's get the drop light out. And I gotta take this amplifier, or at least move this amplifier over. Nope, we don't need this extension cord. That can go back. Now that the ceiling fans are not an annoyance to use, go ahead and turn those on. That is absolutely fantastic. This is the best ceiling fan control I've ever used. Alright, let's see what we got here. So, I will clip Okay, so the hole is going to be very difficult to reach if I have to enlarge it, and I'm fairly certain I'm going to have to enlarge it. It just looks kind of small. So okay, this is really going to be a challenge to get up there with this cabinet in the way, because when I had put this up here, the cabinet was not here yet. So I'm going to start by vacuuming this out. Some cobwebs up here and other things I'd rather not work with. Dennis the vacuum should be able to make easy work of this. Alright, so the first step is going to be to remove these staples. There's only 3 because I never finished it, and while that's normally a bad thing, in this case it kind of works out. I'd like to save the wire if possible, because this is probably a good 20 or 25 foot piece, but I don't really have an immediate use for it, so if it breaks or it gets damaged, it is what it is. Okay, that was good. This one's going to be much more difficult. That wasn't too bad either. I don't know how I'm going to get the drill all the way back there, but I'm pretty sure that hole is too small. Let me go ahead and grab a ladder instead of the stool so I can get it a little bit higher. Actually, I might be able to reach it without too much difficulty. Yeah, that hole is definitely too small, which really stinks because I was hoping that I could use this wire to snake it through, but if the wire is too small or the hole is too small, I have to drill it out, which means I got to remove the wire. So I guess what I'll do is I'll go upstairs and I will remove the wire from the top and I'll pull it back down. That really stinks that I can't use this to snake it, but oh well. I've gotten some tools out and they've disappeared. Stupid moon is out already. Oh, perfect. There's the tools. Right next to the camera. Pretty dark over here. Not ideal. Let me see if I can adjust this light a little bit. think it's still probably dark in the corner there, but that might have given us a little bit more light to work with. No, it's those things. I can barely see it myself. I should have brought up the drop light. Why is this still not coming out? This was right before I decided that I'm going to stop using these plastic things in the house and go all metal. I don't install anything plastic anymore. Don't like it. Okay, so the challenge, because this is an outside wall, the challenge with fishing it is the fact that there's insulation in the wall. It's very, very difficult to get it past the insulation. So, I can try to drill the hole and then push the wire back through from the top. So like I'll pull it up a little bit here, and then I'll try and I'll cut it at the bottom, like right flush with the ceiling. I'll drill a hole, and then I'll try to push the wire back down from the top in hopes I can connect it and fish it through. I think the chances of that actually working are pretty slim, but I will give it a shot. I'm trying to think about where to put the camera. I'm gonna have to like try to climb in here. And the thing is, these are not 15 feet beams. These are 15 feet. Yeah, they're not 15 feet. They are 12 inch, not 15 inch. So I can't really fit in between here. I think that'll work. I mean, I could pull out the cabinet, but that's a lot of effort. Alright, push this up here as much as I can. And now I will try to drill the new hole. Well, at least we have a decent piece of wire left. This is probably still 20 feet or so of good. This is 12.2. I really don't have much of a use for this anymore because I want to do everything BX now. But still good for extension cord or something. Or maybe yeah, like using an extension cord at Christmas time or something like that. It's already got one end of the plug on it. So we're going to use the right angle drill, the Verticam drill with a long short handle. The long short handle, long thin shallow form factor. And yeah, I think I used a 7/8 bit. This needs a 7/8 hole at minimum. Big hole for one single wire, but that's what it calls for. I meant to set up 2 cameras for this and just leave one upstairs and leave one down here, but I guess I forgot. Okay, here we go with drilling of the hole. Okay, this does not fit. How did I make this hole in the first place? I just caught the wire. I wonder if it would make sense to just drill right next to it, because it's going to keep doing that, I think. I'm going to go upstairs and pull it up a little bit more. See if I can get it out of the way. I just pulled it up. I really don't expect to be able to push it back down, but Yeah, well, it is only like maybe 18 inches off the floor, so it won't be too bad to fish if I have to. Bit just came loose. This is a really tough angle to work at. Doesn't seem like this would be that difficult, but this is real difficult. Alright, here we go. Okay, we got through. Now I'll straighten the wire out and start stuffing it through. Oh, camera's stuck. That's kind of weird. How this happened. Actually, I'll vacuum it out first. Any speed I want with silence. Great. Such a major improvement to that ceiling fan install in here. Alright, so here's the wire. And the most difficult part with this wire is making sure that it's not twisted, because it's very stiff and likes to kind of do its own thing and get tangled up. So it's going to be on the wall like this. So need to make sure that it goes into the hole in a way that reflects this. On the wall, and then we're just gonna go down and up like that. So feed it in this way, and I'm going to take, hopefully you can see this, I'm going to take the wire up the hole like this, kind of with a bit of a bend, so that hopefully it will go up against the drywall and kind of push the insulation as it goes up. Wishful thinking, but that's the theory. I'm going to have to get back there and push it up inch by inch probably. Well, this film is no award winner for the camera work, that's for sure. Nope, I'm not cutting that part out. See if we can go upstairs and find it. Don't want to push it up too far because it will not bend enough to be able to grab it. So it can either be right in the hole or it could be on the other side of the insulation. I'm going to need a flashlight at this point. Well, we didn't get too lucky because I don't see it. Actually, no, I do see it. Hold on. We might have gotten very lucky. Is that it right there? Yeah, that's it. Huh. Oh, that was easy. Actually, I pushed way too much through. Just what I was saying about how I won't be able to pull it through because it doesn't flex enough. There's the end. Okay. Whew. So, unfortunately, this run is too long. It's kind of a waste of several feet of this wire, which is, when you're talking a 10-3 piece of cable, that's quite a few dollars per foot. That kind of stinks, but oh well. So let's go back downstairs, staple it up. I think that's going to wrap up this portion because I don't want to do that in the nighttime. Put in the actual box. I want to do that during the daytime because it's just too dark in there right now. I don't have good enough lighting. I wanted to work over here and clean this area up soon. That's part of why I wanted to get this done. Because every time I come over here and start moving stuff around and drilling holes and whatever, it just makes a mess. Yeah, so this run could have been about probably 5 or 6 feet shorter, but I'd rather have extra than have to redo the whole thing, so it's fine. It's feeding surprisingly easy. Alright, so where are we at with our alignment here? Actually, we're pretty much correct in terms of the alignment. So I think we can start to staple now. We have to use what am I using? I think these are 1-inch staples. I had to get bigger ones because the ones I usually use were not fitting inside the wire. These are 3/4 inch staples, and these are supposedly good up until 6/3. This is visible, so we want to make sure that this is straight and looks as presentable as it can. I would have preferred this to be a BX run, but I had this wire on hand. I had bought it to use with the generator when we had that storm, and I couldn't find an actual, like a regular generator cable, so I bought this to make one. And this was a couple $100 piece of wire, and I didn't want to spend that again on a new piece of BX, so I just decided to reuse this. Still can't believe how quiet these are running. All this time listening to these things hum and all these crazy noises and bad speeds and whatever. Now it's perfect. Works exactly the way that it should. Got them on 80% now. And they're moving a good breeze, but it's not super loud. I've been using these things so much more than ever now because they're not annoying to use and I can get the speeds that I want. And before it was like all or nothing if you wanted quiet, and if you wanted more usable speed, you had to awful hum. So this is just absolutely fantastic. I don't know why more collectors don't use these controls. To me, the control is just perfect for ceiling fans. Should be able to get one more in, and that's probably good enough. It's not like I'm going to be up behind here on a regular moving stuff around and then risk messing up the wire or whatever. Move the camera. I think the worst part about working on the ceiling here is whatever this white stuff is that was sprayed everywhere, it just shreds up the back of your hand. It's awful. I don't know what that stuff is. Hopefully it's not like some kind of poison or something. You just never know around here. I think a lot of kind of crazy stuff was done over the years. I think that we're going to leave it at that. I don't think it's worth trying to get a staple on the back wall. That's going to be almost impossible. I could probably get one more if I really tried, but I just don't think that it's necessary. Yeah, even just trying to make the wire bend like that is hard because it's so thick. I think we're going to leave it at that. That seems reasonable enough to me. Alright, let's go see how much wire was wasted upstairs. $47. Actually, that wasn't too bad. That's what, maybe 4 feet, 5 feet? Too much? I mean, it's still probably a $20, $30 piece of wire right there, but oh well. So tomorrow in the daylight, I have to enlarge that that hole because it needs to be a 2 gang to fit this outlet, and then I'll put the box in. Put the outlet in. It should only take maybe 20 minutes to do the hole, put the outlet in, and then I run the wire in the kitchen, get that 20 amp 220 set up, and then at the same time, so rather than only turn all the power off once, I'll put them both in the box. I got to rearrange it, put some new breakers in and so forth, but I want to do that only once, because it's kind of a pain in the neck to turn the whole power off and have to reset everything inside the house.